Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at HDTune to do a test to select on a 5 TB drive what part of that drive is faster. And as you see here on the graph, it explains at the up to what point the header, for example, goes before it starts dipping. So we're going to take that first part that remains faster and separate it from the rest. So we're going to split it in two partitions, which the first partition will be split only in the amount of this part here that appears to be faster. And the second partition will be on the side that's a little bit slower. So we know at least that the first partition will be good. You hit here free trial or here at the download. Link will be in the description, by the way. You can hit right here and minimize it. If you want to go ahead and buy it, you can buy it. After you install it, you'll be presented with this one that says 14 days left. But what we want to do right now is just test our 5 TB hard drive and see which part is gonna be the fastest. And right now, we're gonna just go there. It should be this drive right here, and we're gonna go to read and we're gonna start it. It will do it by itself. Hit it with a burst. We're gonna go right here at the first part that says benchmark, and we'll go here read, and we're gonna hit start. Now, depending on the condition of your drive, size of your drive and all that stuff, this will take from 30 seconds up to a few minutes. Just be patient with it. It will get done. And we'll see how many gigabytes are faster than the rest of it, because that will determine how many gigabytes will be the first partition or the fast partition. Let's get it to the end, and then we will go to next step. Okay, so we got what we're looking for here for sure. As you see here, the fastest, I would count it up to 2 TB before going and splitting here, 2.1, 2.2 and all that. And definitely at around 25 or 2.5 TB, it starts going a little bit lower. I would safely say 2 TB would be more than adequate or more than enough to have as partition 1, and the rest will be partition 2. Because anything over 150 megabytes per second, sorry, to me is great. I'm happy with it. If you want to, you can go do a write pass here, but most of the time it doesn't work for some reason. But all I care is that read time. So we know it's gonna be 2 TB. So now there's two methods to partition. One method is via Windows partition. You go to this PC, go to manage, and at the management, we close this one here. You go to disk manager, wait for it to populate. This is the free version, by the way, or free method. And the other method would be with Minitool Partition Wizard. Minitool Partition Wizard is a little bit easier in my opinion, maybe because I'm so used with that software and that maybe makes it a little bit easier for me. But in any case, we are here. This is our drive, and here you can go shrink volume, delete volume, change drive letter, and all that good stuff. But this one, as I said, is not the easiest part to do. You can hit delete volume and you can split it, but in this case, I'm gonna do it with Minitool because it's much easier. And yes, you can get a free trial from Minitool as well. And in my opinion, it's if you use a lot of data transfers and all that kind of stuff, you play with data in your computer, Minitool Partition Wizard is really a great choice to go with. And here we're gonna wait for it to populate, and I'll show you in a second why it's easier. Okay, when we're inside Minitool Partition Wizard, here is our disk that we are going to work with. It says unallocated, because it's not even initialized yet. So we left click with a mouse on the disk 8, and we go here. In case your disk is in this state on MBR, you have to click convert MBR to GPT. But in our case, it is already GPT, Grand Partition Scheme, which is for larger disks. Click on the space here that is just the unallocated space. Right click, hit create. Now here is where we're gonna name it first, and I'm just gonna put CL primary, okay? And we're gonna drag this, or you can type here, for example, how many terabytes? And we decided before that's 2 TB. I'm gonna hit 2 TB, 2.0. It's gonna be 2.0. Okay, 2 TB, which comes to 2048. and that's accurate. Hit OK. And now we have this one created. Now on the second partition of it, that's going to be our other side, we're going to hit create again. And now this is, of course, the rest of it. We can repartition more even inside this one if you want to, but I don't need that. It's going to be 2.5. And here we're going to put, we're going to make this as a secondary, I guess. Secondary. And we're going to hit OK. And in this case, we're just going to hit apply here on the left side. Wait for the actions to finish. And we will see that our drive will be made. And as you see here, antivirus is telling us that primary was done and secondary was done. Okay, now let's open our Explorer. And as you see, we have the primary right here and we have the secondary right here. So now we know this part here is the fastest and the secondary is the less fast. So we can just drop probably files and personal stuff. On the first one, if you run in games and all that stuff that require you to have a higher speed, you install the games on the primary. And that is pretty much it. How to do it with Minitool Partition Wizard Pro, that you can get a trial, if I'm not wrong, still online. And you can do this whole thing that I did here in a very easy way. And with that said, I hope you learned something from this video and we will see you next time. Bye!